If you've been following my channel, you probably know I don't like to talk about politics. It's not my favorite subject. But this is something I've just got to get off of my chest. Have you ever noticed that whenever there's a political discussion, and I'm not just talking about now, although right now, to be honest with you, it's gotten a little out of hand. But anytime there's a political discussion, no matter what side you're on, it doesn't matter if you're a liberal, a progressive, or conservative, it just seems to me that no matter what the discussion, it may be about economics, it could be about social issues, it could be about health care, it could be about gun control, business, whatever it may be. It just seems to me that anytime somebody is in some sort of a political argument with someone on the other side, again, progressives versus conservatives, doesn't matter, but almost inevitably, it's just a matter of time before one person or the other brings up the N-word. And I'm not talking about the one you're thinking. I'm talking about the Nazi word. It just seems to me like we should be elevating our discussions to a much higher level. We are, give you a point, case in point. You might be arguing one side or the other of gun control. One side might say, well, you know, the Nazis took away the guns before they took power. Or if it's healthcare, they'll say, well, you know, the Nazis were for socialized medicine. As if to say to whoever the other person is on the other side, whether they are pro or con gun control, healthcare, socialized medicine, it does not matter. But really, it bothers me to such a deep level. Anytime somebody tries to pull the N card out and use that term to almost it does two things. First of all, it demeans and devalues the epic value of what actually happened. It detracts from that, as if to say it's like, oh, our problems are just as bad as they were in the 1940s under Adolf Hitler. Well, they're not. Okay, no matter who is in office. I mean, I heard this sort of rhetoric when Obama took office. There were people saying, well, you know, Obama's doing this with socialized medicine. He's doing that with gun control. That's just what the Nazis did. Really? They say the same thing about Trump. Oh, he's changing the immigration policy, 90-day moratorium on immigration. That's just what the Nazis would have done. Really? Honestly, really, have any of the people who tried to use this in an argument ever actually, for 1 minute, done any research on really how different the Nazis were than our society? We have a beautiful country. We have a wonderful country with checks and balances, and we don't have a totalitarian again, some people are saying, oh, well, Trump is such a bad. No, we don't have anyone nearly as bad as the Nazis. So it cheapens the entire Holocaust memory whenever somebody tries to pull out the, well, that's exactly what the Nazis did argument. I hate when that happens, because it's like, to me, it's like scratching a chalkboard with your fingernails. It's just so vile and disgusting to equate anything at all that has happened within this century. This century meaning the Y2K and beyond, and even anything that happened since the 50s and forward. There's nothing that can compare. Nothing that can compare to the horror of what happened during the Holocaust. So anytime somebody tries to bring that in, I mean, I'm not just talking about friendly arguments. I'm talking about, I see it on Facebook. I see it on CNN. I see it on Fox News. I see it everywhere. Why do people try to bring that into the conversation? Oh, some might say, well, we're trying to just prevent history from repeating itself. Trust me. We are nowhere near that, no matter whether you were pro-Obama or against Obama. Anytime they use that argument about Obama, and look, I wasn't the biggest fan of Obama, but there's no way in hell I would ever compare anything he ever did to the kinds of things that happened in Nazi Germany. And I know this is a little longer than I usually talk, and it's a little deeper than I usually talk about, because I like to just kind of have fun. But this has been on my chest every time I watch the news lately, and every time I watch people in their Twitter feeds and their Facebook feeds trying to equate today's politics to something that the Nazis did. Come on, wake up. Let's bring our arguments a little bit more adult. Let's, if people could, it's sort of like if you're having a fight with a person and that person, I don't know, is bald, and you start calling them baldy. If they're overweight, you call them fatso. You just destroy your entire credibility in your argument. It's like, that's just, you don't pull out that kind of stuff. If you want to have a real solution to today's problems, well, then be part of the solution. Don't just stand there calling names and making like the sky is falling. We're doing just what the Nazis did. Trust me. We will be much better off as a country if we can all kind of have actually an intellectual conversation about issues. And that's today's idea of the day. All right. So that's today's idea of the day. I hope you liked it. If you visit ideaoftheday.com, you'll see a new one every day. Every day. Yeah, some of them don't suck. And don't forget to subscribe. And you can see them here every day. Brand new one. And some of my videos don't suck either.